On this episode, we're gonna ask the question, what's in the backpack? Stick around. Welcome back to the Mojo Journo Report. I'm Brackston, helping empower you to power through your fear of getting in front of the camera. Today we're going to break down what's in the backpack. This is mainly what I keep with me when I take for a shoot, to go shoot something that either for the episode, for this channel, that's going to be, mobile. If I'm mobile, this is what I'm going to be bringing with me. If I'm shooting something for a client, this is also what I'm going to bring with me, and then some other stuff as well. But this is what I got. This is what I bring almost every day with me, because I never know what's going to be around me. If I feel like going to shoot some freelance stuff, or if I feel like shooting some other things. Little Swiss Army backpack here. I use it like the Swiss Army knife. It's got the straps on the back, which is great. It's got a spot right here, a little pocket, and then a place for sunglasses. I never use any of these. I just think they're not a good idea. But it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pockets, and then some hidden compartments. And so this is a great little backpack, about $60, $70. This is something I have used for years and treated like a rag doll, and it has really stood the test of time. So let's get started, man. Let's get into it. Start with the front pocket right here. This is more of a utility thing for me. This is stuff I use every day that I need to have. So number one, I've got these two things, and I can't tell you how much you should actually have something like this. You can go to a hardware store and get these two for like $1 a piece. So flathead, Phillips head screwdriver, get yourself some of those. You're gonna be surprised how often you're gonna need something like that. And then there's a little hidden compartment, like I told you about in here. And I got a little, this is a little LED light panel with a little hook. So if I'm ever working in the dark, it's not only gonna do this, but it's also going to do that, which has got a little light. So if I'm working in the dark, it'll allow me to see what I'm doing, and worth its weight in gold. I highly recommend you get one. So there's that. And then I got a couple other crucial things. Number one, gum. Get some. You're always going to want to have some of this, because if you're out and about shooting, you're getting in people's faces. You want to make sure you got that fresh breath, man. Orbit mouth, clean it up. Sponsored by Orbit. I got some wipies for my electronics, just to make sure the screen's great. You want to have a couple of those. You get them for super cheap. And a knife. This is a Swiss Army knife. Ironically enough, for my Swiss Army backpack, it was my father's. It's got his name on it. Jim. You never know where you're going to need a knife, a Phillips head, or a flathead, and when you do, you're going to be glad you have one, especially, and an LED light panel. You never know, but when you need one and you don't have one, you're going to think, oh man, I should have gotten that, man. Then we got the side pockets. So on this side, it's an audio pocket, really. I got iographer wide angle lens that I love and I use in most of these videos. It allows you to clip on. So if you're not using an iographer, you can actually just get this and clip it onto your iPhone. For the iPhone 7 case though, this actually works for that. So, and if I want to use this on any other, like my wife's iPhone or my iographer for my iPad mini, then I've got my wireless lavalier case, which is actually this, and inside of it I've got a couple of things. The cheap lav that we made in this video right here is in here, and then I've got some bobby pins. And let me tell you something, these bobby pins are great. I mean, for mobile purposes and also for your hair. Obviously you can tell I use them. But this little clip on this lav, which is right here, I lost for some reason, or didn't know where it was. And so in the video I shot for how to shoot in 4K, well, guess what I used for my solution? Bobby pins. These actually worked better than the clip. But the thing about the clip is that, it looks professional, and so you don't want to, he'd be like, here, let me interview you and get this bobby pin, whatever. So it works, and if I'm ever interviewing somebody and I need 2 sources of audio, just take that lav, plug it into an iPhone 4, my iPhone 4, which is charging right now. Normally it's in here. And then, take it and sync it up together in LumaFusion later. Loving it. Moving on. So let's check the other side pocket. Oh, yep, got my little blue USB snowflake microphone. This is super great. It is pretty quick. It's a little good utility knock-around microphone. I've recorded so many acoustic songs with this, number one. And number two, it's a great little backup microphone in case I ever need something to make sure that I'm capturing audio in a different way. I got this. And then, of course, business cards, because you never know where you're going to need them, and people always ask for them, and you want to make sure you have them on hand. And then we got the top pockets. Mainly in here, I just got this and my Manfrotto LED light, which is great. It'll go on my iographer, and so this is something that's great to have if you're shooting in the dark or, you know, a situation where you need one. The idea for this video came to me from Elliot Fitzroy, who hosts Epic Tutorials, who does a great job. Before he went to MojoCon, which is a mobile journalism conference in Ireland, which is a mobile journalism conference in Europe. Check it out, it's amazing. He did a video with all his gear, and it was like a Christmas list. And so it inspired me to show you what's in my backpack and what I use. And so let's get to it. Go ahead and get into what I got in these two main pockets. This is where a lot of the meat is. And so if I'm ever shooting something and I want to be able to set up quickly, well, this is my setup pocket right here. This front pocket has 3 panels. Let's go ahead and get to the first. I've got this right here these are just portable speakers that were given to me when I worked at a Marriott. I have these mainly to make sure that stuff I'm editing sounds good to people listening to it, or just to kick out the jams. In the video where we made the teleprompter, we talked about Gorilla Tape, and I said that I swear by it. This I do. I carry it with me every day. Then I got this brand new piece of gear, which we're gonna have a video on it later, but how it works is you take your iPod, your tripod adapter, you screw it in here. This has 3 cold shoe mounts here on the top, so I can put, a shotgun microphone, an LED panel, and something else here. Or I can put, anything really, it's up to you. So this was super great, $20 on Amazon, check it out. All right, and so in the second panel, it's more of hardware, and so I got 1 iographer, 2 iographers. If you haven't watched my review of the iographer for the iPhone 7, you'll see why and how I have 2 of these. So basically I have these because it's, my hardware, and if I want to be able to go somewhere and quickly set up, then I can grab out this, attach one of these, and just roll with it. The whole point of any backpack setup is to be able to grab and go. Let's go ahead and see what we got in the audio section of this backpack. A road video might go. You're gonna want to make sure that if you're plugging it into your iPhone 7, I have a fix for you, but that you have the adapter cord. This is like $15. I think this is around about 100. And then you got the dead cat on top of it, which is about 25. So this right here is a costly piece of equipment, but it does the job. If you want to capture sound like, directly in front of you, or maybe try to just capture, if you're roving, you want to make sure you have something like this to be able to just capture stuff. Then we got this little stand. This is going to come in handy if I'm ever, interviewing people and I want to have a sit down shot with a microphone. I'll have that. And then I'll have this bad boy, this beast, this M-Audio USB microphone, producer USB. I love this thing. I live by it. I actually shot a lot of halftime videos when I was a reporter. I did a lot of Facebook Lives with this, and so I would just get the cord and plug it into my USB adapter, and I'll be like, so what's going on, guys? If I'm actually doing an interview with somebody and I want to make, I can have this pointed back in between us with the mic run into the iPhone, or another audio output. This can go to anything really. So this is, as long as it's got a USB plug-in. And hello, you're good to go. And so you can be like, hey, up on it. And so I love this microphone. This has served me so well, and I will never not have this. The thing about audio is you want to make sure you're able to adapt to where you are. So if you're trying to rove around and you're going to be on the fly, on the go, this right here is something I recommend as a good starter. To be able to just put on adapter, or duct tape to your phone, duct tape to your tripod, and just roll with it. I actually have done that before. This is something I recommend if you're going to be roving around. This is something I recommend if you're going to be doing stuff like this, doing straight pieces to the camera. And I can't afford another big old microphone right now, so this is what I got, and this has served me well. And so if I want to be like, hey guys, what's going on? Frank, what are you doing?
Well, I'm just here, and I'm living life, and it's great, and I love it. And so thanks for having me on again, and to the people at home, I'm back. And I'm Frank, and you're awesome. Back to you.
And then what else is in here? We got this little selfie stick. This is something that if I don't have time if I just want to grab and set up and just literally go and run and gun, this thing is fantastic. What you will do is you'll also take your iPhone, headphone adapter for the iPhone 7 and plug this into it, and then you can hit the button and roll with it. So you can, be moving and be roving, and I love this thing. It was $4 at Walmart. This is something you can't go wrong with. It's always good to just have like a backup. Oh, and a tip about these iographers, go ahead and attach your quick release plate to them. So that way after you get all set up, you can just attach it and then go. And then if you want to take it off, then all you have to do is uncook it and then roll, and then you're like this. So let's get to the final pocket of this backpack, the final piece, the crucial that brings it all together. So unzipping. Okay, so first of all, headphones. These are mixing headphones that I use to mix everything with. mainly because the iPad Pro I use to edit on, the speaker system on it is ridiculous, but it's deceptive. And so there are times when I've put up a video or I've edited a video and I'll watch it on another device and the sound is off because the speakers are so great on the iPad Pro. And so using headphones to edit, it's just, you know, I recommend it. Get some. These are like, these little JVC headphones are like 20 bucks at Walmart. Oh, knowledge. This book is amazing. I can't recommend it enough. Aim for the heart. Write, shoot, report, and produce for TV and multimedia. This is the second edition of a book by a guy named Al Tompkins, who hopefully we can get on the show later on this year. There is a new edition of this. This is the second edition. The newer one addresses more of current media and how to, you know, write for that. But this still has a lot of great gold in it. I'm not even halfway through it, and this thing is marked up, man. I've learned a lot from you, Al. So thanks a lot, buddy. This book is amazing. Go out and get it. I think about $40, $50 on Amazon. It might be less or more, but get his new edition as well. Go ahead and get that because it's gonna break down how to write for multimedia for now, like social media. And this is a game changer, and I can't recommend it enough. This and Gary V's Jab, Jab, Jag, Right Hook and the Ask Gary V book are 3 books that I'll recommend to you right now that will help you change your game. And then finally, we got the most crucial pieces of this. We got the iPad Mini. This is a 16 gig, which is Wi-Fi only, inside of like a $20 case. So you can set that up. And then we got the Heavy D, the iPad Pro, a 9.7 inch screen, which we're gonna do a video on later, but I use this to edit everything that I shoot. So I've got my little mobile studio. So the main thing to remember about a backpack if you're going to go shoot and be a mobile journalist or mobile content creator running and gunning is that you wanna do what works for you. A lot of mobile journalists, a lot of you MOJO'ers and mobile content creators are gonna disagree wholeheartedly with my setup. The thing is that it works for me. And so if I'm ever needing to be somewhere and quickly, I need to have multiple options to do things, well, I'm set up for that. And what I do is I plan for something not to work. If my Rode shotgun mic doesn't work, well then I can use the video mic. I can use the Snowflake to be able to capture everything. I always plan, okay, well if this happens, then I can do that. If this happens, then I can do this. I'm really prepared to be able to cover anything at any point in time, to have a multiple camera setup. I do have like 2 other I have this tripod and another one. Everything in here serves a purpose. It's a backup for the main thing, or it's the backup to the other thing. Everything here, this is a backpack of troubleshooting problems. That's just me. This is my backpack. Elliot's backpack is set up way cooler than mine. Go check him out, Epic Tutorials. Let me know what's in your backpack. How are you set up? There are smaller, simpler setups people have, and I recommend those. All right, well, this has been my backpack video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below what's in your backpack or what's in your mobile solution. Do you just have a simple, like a selfie stick with what works for you is what I want to know. What is your setup? Or if you're not using iOS devices, if you're using like a Canon camera, well, how are you mobile with that? Do you have like a little Joby Gorilla thing moving around? That's awesome. Let me know what you're using, what your mobile setup is in the comments below. Look forward to hearing from you. I've been Brackston Nutt. This right here, my friends, is the Mojo Journo Report. Get in front of the camera and go boldly. I'll see you around.